I'll see you tomorrow then. Well, if you're still around by then. Bye.
What did she mean by if you're still around?
It's a full moon tonight. It happens only once every 32 years that there's a full moon on December 5th. Well, according to the legend, St. Nicholas comes to get you when there's a full moon on December 5th. Careful who you open your door for tonight. It might be the evil St. Nicholas.
Hey!
You really scared me.
Are your parents home?
Why?
So you can give me a present.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Timmy, St. Nicholas doesn't exist. I've told you 100 times.
We have to take action as a police force. We're here to protect the people.
Prohibition of all St. Nicholas activities.
Everyone thinks it's his birthday, but he died on the 5th of December. He was murdered, horribly murdered, and now he's back for revenge.
St. Nicholas Eve is nice, but you always get junk you don't really need.
We're all gonna die!
Sinterklaas kapoentje. Gooi wat in mijn schoentje. Gooi wat in mijn laarsje. Sinterklaasje.
I had a different St. Nicholas Eve in mind.
Right, hey up, it's Steve from Old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to Friday Night Appointment with Fear. This week we're doing Sint, aka Saint, a Dutch, kind of a not really a comedy horror film, but a light-hearted, festive horror film from Holland or the Netherlands, or I don't know what it's called these days. But anyway, it's from there. And Windgrace is here. It says, "Are we afraid yet?" And then, it's dubbed. The trailer's dubbed. There is a dubbed version. I've just watched it on. I've got it on Amazon Prime. Bought the bugger. It's not free. I've had to buy it. And there's the dubbed version and the Dutch dialogue. And I watched it with the dubbed version, see what it was like. And it wasn't too bad. But I prefer the original dialogue with the subtitles. But the one we're watching, not watching, but we're looking at tonight is the one with Dutch dialogues. If I play any little clips, you might hear them talking, speaking in the Dutch or whatever. Apologies. Right. So, Sint, aka Saint, from 2010. Directed by Dick Maas, produced by Tom de Mol and Dick Maas. Stars loads of Dutch people outside of the Netherlands have probably never heard of. Hugh Stappel, Egbert Jan Wieber, etc. We've never heard of them. It's not a long film, only 85 minutes, and it's a lot of fun. It's a bit controversial. Yes, Merry Dick Maas. Behave. It's a bit controversial because it's not set at Christmas. It's set in the Netherlands. Their big gift giving time, as well as Christmas, but the other big gift giving time is St. Nicholas Eve, Sinterklaas, St. Nicholas Eve, which is December 5th. So it's been and gone now there, which is when St. Nicholas comes with his band of merry men called Black Peters, or Zweit Peters or something like that. And that's become a bit controversial in recent years, with racist overtones. Some people have said, the tradition is that they're supposed to represent Moors from North Africa. But it's also been said that they're called Black Peter because they're covered in soot from going down chimneys and, leaving toys, either leaving toys for kids or taking naughty kids away. but it's become a bit controversial. So you're going to see some blackface. I'm just saying, you're going to see some blackface in this film. Can't do anything about it. But try not to think about it too much. They did a bit of that in the US office with the blackface et al. I've never seen the US office. Never seen it. Anyway, I've seen the British one, obviously, the Ricky Gervais one, but I've never seen the US one. I'll have to give it a look. And Sci-Fi Quest is here. Is very, very welcome. Very, very welcome. He's coming up on his he's just had his, I can't remember what he said now, but 1 year on YouTube for Sci-Fi Quest. So congratulations to that. I'm coming up on 2 years in January. Right. So before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the video, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. We're live on YouTube. Just double check. We should, because people are in the chat. So we're live on YouTube. We're live on Rumble. Yes, we are. And we're live on Twitch. And I got a message from StreamYards today saying you can start sharing on Instagram now. So can you start doing like live streams on Instagram? Obviously so, but I'm not doing that. Maybe one day, but not this time. What else? Later on, I'll upload it to what they call it, Spotify, Amazon Music Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. I'm also on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Links are in the description, as are the links to my 2 books: Silent Predator, a short horror novella about big cats eating people in North Yorkshire, and Mercury Rapids, a light-hearted sci-fi action adventure about UFOs and stuff. There's no pictures, just all writing. It's just a bit of fun. They're on Amazon, Kindle and paperback. Give them a whirl and all that jazz. Right, let's get on with these films. As usual, I'll not be just playing the films, make myself titchy tiny. There we go. And Josh Temple's arrived with Harpoon at the ready to take on St. Nicholas. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, right, yes. Will not be just playing the film because I'll get into trouble, blah, blah, blah. Well, just going in, watching it in still form, and I'll try and tell you what's going on, and maybe I don't know a whole lot about it. I've not seen it behind the scenes. I've got it on DVD actually, but I couldn't bloody find the bugger, could I? So I don't think there's any special features on the DVD. So I haven't seen any behind the scenes. So I know bugger all about it. An archmage, the mysterious man from Twitch, is on telling me that Twitch now allows artistic nudity. Not this time. I haven't got any oil. Oil up my boobs. Well, you didn't see that. I was behind the text. Oil up my boobs. And get myself on Twitch. Might get a few more subscribers or followers, whatever they'll call. Dear. I've done my Peter Griffin with the bring my milkshakes, bring all the boys to the yard. Give it all that. Anyway, whatever. Welcome, Archmage Frey, who you never see in the same room as Wingrace for some reason. Right, this film, right, let's get on with it. Add it to stage, there we go. Right, may play the odd little snippet, so you might hear some Dutch. There we go. I've not muted it, we'll do that now. There we go. Right, company idents, off we go. Right, let's begin. Parachute pictures, blah, blah, blah. Right, we begin. No, we don't. No, nearly ready. Flawless New England accent. They say yard, not too far from the car. I know, I'm rubbish. Oops. Right. I can't remember that. That says something along the lines of they told you, or your parents told you he didn't exist, or something like that. Oh, there you go. It says there, look. I'll play this. Your parents just told you he doesn't exist. That's it. On about St. Nicholas. And then we get the opening titles. Then we begin. We're in 1492, before America were born. 1492. Oh, but the year America were born, wasn't it? Sort of. You know what I mean? We're in. There we go. Now, this is St. Nicholas's ship. Kind of ropey CG, but you know it'll do. And here we see him as a regular person. There we go, Sint. with his black Peters. In this, when we see them, they're not actually black. As I said, the tradition was either there were Moors from North Africa, hence black, or they were blackface because of the soot from chimneys and stuff. But in this film, they all get burned. So when we see them later on in their, scary zombie whatever form, supernatural form, they're actually black because of the burns that they've got. So I just thought I'd throw that in. Now this is St. Nicholas. Oh, cracky! Here he is heading for this town. Maybe it's Amsterdam. I don't know. 1492 AD. There we go. So heading to the town. And all the people have left out little things for him. You leave things out for Santa Claus. Well, it's 5th of December. They've left things out for St. Nicholas, bread and trinkets and stuff. Because he's evil. So all his cohorts take all the stuff. There they are, going over the rooftops. They go down the chimneys, as you see. Getting the naughty people. And so they're doing all this and killing people as they go. Do we see that here? Hang on, I've missed it. I think we see him getting somebody. Obviously, somebody's been naughty. If you leave him a harpoon, you get spared. It's Josh Temple, St. Nicholas. Sinterklaas. Anyway, so what he's doing here is leaving a note for the people of the village. I nearly said the village people then. And it says something like, leave by the next full moon or something like that. I can't actually remember. It might say in the subtitles. Is it going to say? Don't think it is it? But it means like food and gold and stuff like that. He's left a list of stuff that he wants. But then there's this sign. Look, Nicholas. Not Jack Nicklaus, the golfer. St. Nicholas. So they decide, no, they're not going to do that. And this is the village leader. He burns the list and they decide they're going to go and get him. Look, he's looking cross with his axe. So you've got a full moon. Full moon is it's a plot point because we learn later on that every few years, whenever there's a full moon on December 5th, St. Nicholas comes and doesn't just take away the naughty kids or punishes the naughty kids. He punishes everybody, gets as many as he can. So that's the point of it. Josh Temple says, I've played a Santa for several years when my beard was longer. Not this year. I shaved it down. I'm a large man. And for the part well. Fit the part well, yes. I used to look a bit like, well, I still do, I suppose. A bit like Santa. But I couldn't play a Santa. I don't like kids that much. They do me head in. I'd end up shouting at them. Anyway, there you go. They're getting ready. Angry villagers are going to sort out St. Nicholas and his army. So here they are. There's some of his black Peters, but they're not black yet. Just the colour black, nothing to do with race. By a fire, having a good time, and they all get killed, as we see. There we go. They're having a nice time. He's gonna get there we go. Pitchfork through the back. Nice bit of blood spraying. Next one gets an axe in the head, as you see, and this last one, there we go, gets a spade in his face, and this first bit of proper gore. Hang on. Doink, there we go. A spade in the head. Scary stuff. It is quite gruesome in places, but in a fun way, in a cartoon way. Right, so they're rowing over to his ship, which apparently is a schooner, and they're setting fire to it. So he burns to death. He and the rest of his black Peters burn to death on the ship. There we go. Burning away. So that's they think it's the end of St. Nicholas, but no, he comes back in his supernatural form. Then we cut to 1968. This is where we meet one of the main characters as a young boy. This is the I can't remember the name of the family. I've forgotten. Hang on. Hoekstra. One of the main characters is called Gert Hoekstra. And this is the Hoekstra family. No, AD, that's probably, yes, it is. It should have said CE, shouldn't it? Oh, for God's sake. But it's looking very festive anyway. It looks very Christmassy, even though it's 5th of December. Looks very Sinterklaas Eve. Anyway, so here they are, all the kids. They put the things out for the Black Peters and St. Nicholas. And they're singing a little St. Nicholas song, being all cute. Dad's watching a thing on TV about St. Nicholas, but somebody's watching from outside. Dun, dun, dun. Mum's in the kitchen doing mum things. He hears the noise of something outside and says, Gert, go check on the pigs. I go, Gert, listen to me. CE started on a completely arbitrary day that has no connection to another event, which also happened on that day. We promise. Yeah. Says Common Era, it stands for, doesn't it, CE? Not in the year of our Lord. They just decided it's going to be, the year that Jesus was born. Allegedly. In the traditional calendar. Anyway, so Gert, that's Gert, the big one with the sweater on, the oldest. He's going to go and check on the pigs. And luckily, that saves his life. So off he goes into the snowy night. The very foamy snow in this film, by the way. Later on, we see it. When it goes to modern times, it's supposed to be all snowy. And it's all very, soggy, wet, foamy snow. And you can see, like, buildings in the background have no snow on them whatsoever. But, pretend you haven't seen that when we do it. I bet Gert loves to dance, says Wingrace. See, that's I can't press me. I got that reference clip because that's gone over my head, as many of Wingrace's quips do. But that's my fault, not his. Anyway, right. So going to check on the pigs. There he goes. There's the pigs. There's Mum doing mum things, holding a dish as women should do. She walks past this shelf, and I was. We see now, I'll just play it and you can work it out for yourself. Here, Eddie. Here we go. Come on. There he is. How's he got behind there? What is behind that shelf? Is there like another room? Supernatural. Don't think about it. So this is one of the Black Peters, as you can see. They're all gnarled face. Right, so he's calming the pigs. So here's noises of people running about. The kids still singing that. The other kids are still singing their little St. Nicholas song. Then the fire goes out, and as she said there, the fire went out. Obviously, they can't come down the chimney if the fire's blazing away, can they? They've got to do that. And hey, somebody drags her up the chimney. Then the dad is shouting out, "You've got to guess something about the St. Nicholas." It's like a What's My Line, or not What's My Line. One of those where you have to guess the real person. It's one of them. So he's going, number 3, and all that. But then he looks over, he hears the kids scream, and he sees another one go up the chimney, and then one gets dragged behind the couch, sofa. And then we see all blood spraying. There we go. So, kids are getting got in this film, which makes it even better in my book. It's always good when kids get savagely murdered. Pretend in horror films. Wingrass says, luckily my house is so messy that nothing can hide anywhere. My house is messy, and I think my house is so, exactly. My house is so messy, there's nowhere for anywhere to hide because it's just, the house is just full of everything. I suppose I could be classed as a hoarder. I don't know, but it's terrible. Terrible. There's no gaps, and I'm always shouting at the house in general. But it's me, really. I'm always saying things are just piled on top of one another because I'm always knocking things over or taking something out. It's like playing Jenga or something, trying to get something, and everything all falls over. But that's my house. Right. He comes out from seeing to the pigs, and he looks up. There you go, and he sees somebody running across the roof. There he is. Look, somebody running across the roof. Thinks, what the? So he hides. And then he sees St. Nicholas up on the roof. There he is, with his horse, going whinny, whinny, whinny. It's horses, not him. Then he looks again, he's gone. Says, what's going on? So he runs inside, and there's all blood everywhere. Everybody's dead. There's his dad. His feet above the couch. Remember, the kids have been taken. I presume the kids are in the sacks that we saw going over. And then his mother appears. Here she is. But I think they've taken her eyes and her tongue and stuff like that. It's all very gruesome. Actually reminded me a bit of Evil Dead when we saw her face. There we go. Reminded me of Evil Dead. So his whole family, she dies, by the way. His whole family have been murdered. And it turns out nobody believes him. They don't think he did it because he's just a kid. But apparently later on, it says in the film later on, they found a tramp admitted to it. They found a tramp that admitted to it, a hobo that admitted to it, who mysteriously, he confessed to the murders, then mysteriously committed suicide a week later. But as we see, there is a bit of a conspiracy about this St. Nicholas stuff by the end of the film. It's a bit like Troll Hunter, where the government knows about the trolls. Or in this, the government knows about St. Nicholas. Josh Temple says, see, if kids knew bad things like their murder would happen if they were bad, no one would behave bad. No, they won't. But we tell them, we tell them to be good, but they don't listen, do they? Bring back corporal punishment for misbehaving. Yes, yes. Bring back the slipper and the belt and the birch. Let's just whip our kids into submission. Respect. Or is it just fear? I don't know. Anyway. Right, we cut to present day. Present day Amsterdam. In the Netherlands. I've been to Amsterdam. I can't remember much about it because I was very, very drunk. I remember waking up, fell asleep. We slept at, that was Rotterdam. We went to Amsterdam and then somehow ended up at Rotterdam. I don't know how we got there. And fell asleep in the train station, the railway station. I remember being woken up at 6 a.m. by a Dutch policeman kicking me. Not just me, my friends as well. And yes, just drunk. We just went to bars, getting drunk. And fun and merriment was had. Sci-fi quest. Just drunk. Yes, just drunk. Didn't even go to the red light district. Not deliberately, we just went the wrong way and just ended up in pubs. But never mind. Right, Amsterdam, present day. There we go. Got to this school. This is a school, or is it a college, whatever, because they look quite old. And they're doing the St. Nicholas thing in class where they're giving presents and stuff. And they've got to say they do poems as well. The tradition is they give a present and like an amusing poem, kind of like a limerick, I suppose, to do with it. And this young lady, by the way, it's going to be some cheeky adult toys in a minute that are given. So she gets, there we go. That's what she's got off St. Nicholas. Will not ponder on that. So she's not happy with him. So she hits him with it. There we go. And next up, by the way, there you go. That's our sixth dildo. Can I say that? Hope none of my family's watching this. Probably not. So they're all cheering because they've broken last year's record. Right, next up is Frank's gift. Frank is kind of the main character. There he is. So he's got a present from St. Nicholas. It turns out it's from her. This is Sophie, his girlfriend. Super attractive, in my opinion. But anyway. So he says the poem, and it's saying, he's been naughty, blah, blah, blah. This is all he's getting because he's naughty, etc. I never got gifts in school. No, never. I didn't either. But we're not from the Netherlands, are we? If Netherlands is like this, it looks really nice houses and stuff. And so I wouldn't mind living in the Netherlands, to be completely honest. But anyway, I just can't speak Dutch or English. There we go. You have betrayed St. Nicholas' trust because you're full of lust. Frank, you just got the sack. No need for you to come back. So she's breaking up with him. And in the box is all his stuff, that she's borrowed off him or whatever, or he's left at her house. So there you go. So she's broken up with him because he's been seeing somebody else. Anyway, so after class is going home. These are his two friends who we're going to see later. He looks like one of the Weasleys, doesn't he? So they're going to go out dressed as St. Nicholas and Black Peters later on. So off he goes into the foamy snow. Hang on, where are we? Sci-Fi Quest says, only gift I got from girlfriends was an elbow in the side for snoring. Very nice. Just Emma says, well, that's not school appropriate toys, are they? Well, they're kind of grown up, aren't they? I'm guessing it's like a college because they look to be, I don't know. They're at least 18, aren't they, I suppose? It might be a college or whatever. Sixth form. It's the continent, isn't it? They're a bit more open in continental Europe. Sounds like a thoughtful keepsake. Yeah. Anyway, right, so here we are. This is Sophie. Can't remember her name, and I can't remember her name either. She's the other main character, by the way. I'll just remind myself. Lisa, I think. Yes, she's Lisa. Played by Carol Lenson. Sophie is played by Esha Tanihatu. And I've no idea who she is. I don't know. Might be Natasha. Could be. Sounds reasonable to me. By the way, and in this, St. Nicholas is played by Hugh Staple. And Frank is Egbert Jan Weber. Right. So, this is where we learn she's broken up with him because she's found out that he's been having, seeing somebody else behind her back. But it turns out she's been seeing somebody else behind his back. So, all's fair in love and war. But spoilers, it turns out the girl that Frank's been seeing behind Sophie's back is her. Who's supposed to be this, lily white character. But it turns out she's not. They've been cheating on Frank for 3 months. Well, 2.5. Ha ha ha. There you go. It's supposed to be all snowy. Look, no snow on them houses. Look. Anyway. Right, so they're all deciding what they're going to do for the evening. Kind of a bit like Halloween, isn't it? The beginning of Halloween where they're walking home. Laurie and all them. But tell them what they're going to do. She's got presents. She's got presents to wrap, as this one over here. Natasha, don't know, can't remember her name. And Lisa has got the same presents to wrap and poems to write. But Sophie's family don't celebrate it. It's just a big commercial thing, which is what Christmas has become. St. Nicholas Eve in the Netherlands is a big commercial thing as well. It's all about the gift giving. Right, so off they go. She's going to do her stuff. There we go. Still got to buy presents, not just wrap them. Now she's had. Still glad we don't have that commercial nonsense at home. So I'll unmute it so you can hear them talking in Dutch for a moment.
Wat bedoelt ze met als jullie er dan nog zijn?
Heb je dat verhaal van Laura niet gehoord?
Wat, van Frank in de fietsenstalling?
Ja, is very good, ja. Good have a smoke. Hey. Older women playing teens, 1, 2, and 3. Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Like I said, I think they're supposed to be like 18 out there, but they look older than that, don't they? But I don't know how old they actually are. But it's always the case, isn't it? At least it's not like Greece, is it? Where they were like 30 years old, weren't they? Playing teenagers. Anyway. Right. So, there was a full moon. So that's when St. Nicholas is going to come and get everybody. So there you go. He's not that fussy. Cuts your throat and rips your heart out with his bare hands and gets your eyes as well. Remember, his mother Gert's mother got her eyes ripped out, didn't she? And this is she says, where have you heard that? And then Sophie says, a colleague of her dad's at the police. So we learn that Gert has grown up, he's become a policeman. So he's telling all his stories at the police station. Right. So there you go. She's got to go off and write 5 poems. And she's going to go home and have a joint because it's Holland. And that's what they do. A snowman with scary teeth there by the looks of it. Windgrace says, that's probably why when I see real life 18-year-olds in high school, I think they're 12. Everybody looks 12 to me. TV and movies showing us middle-aged people playing the parts. When you get to my age, though, everybody looks young. They do. Even like 40-year-olds, I'm thinking, they're not 40, they look like 12. Anyway. Right, so off she goes. She goes in. Oh, so we get his first glimpse of a Black Peter, maybe. She looks up. So I'm going to have to... There we go. Some snow falls and she looks up. We get his first glimpse of something on the roof there. Something on the roof. Ooh, scary. So she carries on. And then we get another jump scare. Frank's there and makes a jump. Frank seems to think that they're an item now. But she's saying, no, not really. They did it once when she was drunk. And she feels bad about it because Sophie's her friend. And she's saying it was a mistake, basically. So he says some not nice things to her, pretty much, even though they're laughing. But she's saying no. There you go. You're just the same as your friend, a stuck-up Amsterdam South girl. Didn't say that in the English dub, by the way. He calls her a biatch in the English dub. Because I suppose outside of Holland, we don't know what Amsterdam South girls are like. Maybe they're like that. Maybe like Essex girls. Right, so there he goes over the fence. Thinks he's Shaun from Shaun of the Dead. Way. Off he goes. Right. This is Gert, grown up, going to work at the police station. Here he is. And it turns is not exactly stable. I don't know how he's kept his job, to be honest. He goes in, as you can see, and he sees a gift on his desk. And instead of going, oh, look, a nice gift. There we go. Gets his gun out and blows it away. He's like the Riggs from Lethal Weapon of these police stations. They're all laughing and they're saying, you've just shot a case of wine. So that's his boss. He says, Gert, see me in my office. He says, what am I going to do with you? So he essentially makes him take the rest of the month off. He says, take some time off. He says, I can't. I've got to save the public from St. Nicholas. He's warning everybody, but nobody believes him. Windgrace says, that's normal procedure over here. Shooting packages on your desk. Obviously, it's not normal procedure in Holland, but obviously they give their police guns in the Netherlands. Yes, it could have been a puppy for all he knows. That'd have been a bit dark, wouldn't it? But anyway, turns out it was wine. So anyway, he's telling him to go on leave for a month. He's not sacking him. He's just telling him to take some time off. And he's asked him, has he considered getting help? But so he does. He tells him, don't come back until January. And stop scaring people with your mad tales of St. Nicholas. So there you go. So he tells him, off you go. Go away. There we go. Don't see you back till January. So off he goes. There you go. Nicholas, a report by Gert Hoekstra. Right. That was a nice little transition here of day to night. There we go. In Amsterdam. People are starting having fun. Oh, no, that's later on. That's later on. We're on one of the boats that are patrolling the waterways, because remember it's called the Low Countries, aren't there? It's technically below sea level, isn't it? It's parts of the Netherlands, so they do a lot of boat policing stuff. Anyway, they're on patrol and they're having trouble with their electrics, which is one of the things we see when St. Nicholas and his gang are around. Electricity's lights and stuff start flickering. And a fog has descended, so it's very, John Carpenter's The Fog-ish. So they're wanting to go home and do their stuff, but then a thing appears on the radar. They hear a horn, by the way. I don't know what this old ship from 1492 is doing with a bloody horn, but maybe it's a bloke going, sounds like a regular horn, but never mind. All right, their presence is also accompanied by a burning smell. But there we go. We see on the radar something fast is approaching. There it is. They go out on deck and they can't see anything. The lights go out and they're being, there we go. And they're being run over by his boat, ship, schooner. Right, this is Frank's house. He's got one of his friend's scooters, and apparently he's good with engines. So he's mending his friend's scooter. His friend asked him earlier on, when are you going to fix my scooter? So it's on his mother's kitchen table. And Lisa's phoned to apologise to it. Has he phoned Lisa? I can't remember. I think it was just on the phone. I don't know who phoned who. And he apologises to her for being horrible, and she apologises to him for something. So they're agreeing to be friends, and he says something along the lines of, if we don't get together, fine, we'll be friends. But, he does. Right, so anyway, we learn he's going to go out with his two friends dressed as St. Nicholas and Black Peters, and they're going to go and have fun and do stuff and make a bit of money, he says. They must give money to their Santa Clauses. She cuts her finger, so she's got to hang up and go and get a plaster. Then his mother comes in. We see his mother's in a wheelchair. She's got something wrong with it. We don't know what. But we learn by the end of the film, not what's up with her, but that, it's not all looking bleak. Anyway, so he's going to go and have fun. Tells her he'll get her some marzipan and all that. So off he goes. Oh, she tells him not to drink too much because he obviously sick in his beard last year. There you go. Get some chocolate. There's a marzipan. Off he goes. And there we go. We're in the Amsterdam now, and I didn't see this bit of Amsterdam. Me and my mates, we went the wrong way. We came out of the railway station. We should have gone right, and we went left. Unbelievable. So anyway, we see some tourists. This bit is actually in English because I think they're American tourists being shown round. I think that's Frank, isn't it, showing people round? And they're going to, showing them all the places in Amsterdam. But we're really going to this bar because you can see Gert there having fun. Sci-fi quest says that's nice. What if the scooter falls on her when he's out? Well, she'll just have to stay away from it, won't she? I mean, you can't mollycoddle these mothers in wheelchairs. She'll just have to be sensible while he's not there. And stay away from the scooter. Anyway, so he's in a bar and he's still muttering about bloody St. Nicholas, saying December 5th is the day that he died, not the day of his birthday. He's still going on at the barman saying, bloody hell, give it a rest and all that. Anyway, so he's going to go and sort him out. He's going to go sort out St. Nicholas. That's his plan. Right, here we are at one of Frank's friend's house who lives in a box. It's a very modern house, isn't it? That's not a nice one, is it? Anyway, there they go. They're getting ready. Frank's putting on his friend's got Frank's outfit that doesn't fit, so he tears it. So he is blacking up or browning up. So I just noticed there's cheeky pictures on his computer. Never mind. So they're getting ready to go out. Here's another police boat arrives and it finds the wreckage of the previous one. So what's going on? Right. Frank and his friends, they're ready to go out. And we learn that this is his friends. Don't ask me the friends' names, I can't remember. They're going in his dad's car. His dad and his mum and his dad's mistress and his mum's ex-husband have gone off to, I don't know, Canary Islands or somewhere. I can't remember what he says. It might say here. Oh, gone to Las Palmas, which is that Mallorca? I think it is, isn't it? The Balearic Islands. Anyway, Sci-Fi Quest says, Dog Soldiers 2 was going to have Americans in it. Shame they didn't make it. Yeah. I don't want it to stay British, to be honest, but, whatever. But it'd have been cool. We did Dog Soldiers 1 quite a while ago now. And it's an amazing film. It is. Right, so they're going, there we go. My dad and his mistress and my mum and her ex-husband. It's Holland, isn't it? It's Europe. Right, so I don't know where they're supposed to be going. Felix Adel Amsterdam. Right. I don't know. They get lost anyway. They go the wrong way. But off they go. Ready for a night of fun, they think. Meanwhile, Gert's driving around listening to his police radio. Who's this? Oh, this is Sophie. She's smoking her joint. She's babysitting, by the way. I think her parents have sodded off somewhere. Probably gone out having fun. She's babysitting. Her little brother's up in his room. And I think she's going to talk to Lisa on the phone in a minute. She's going out for some wood for the fire. But she hears a noise, but, she's fine. There you go. She's putting... looks up the chimney, putting wood on, lights it. Then she hears a noise from her little brother, so she goes upstairs. He's getting scared, so she leaves the nightlight on for him. And there you go. Jasper, his friend, said, St. Nicholas puts the naughty children in his sack, so she tells him it's all a load of rubbish. Meanwhile, Josh Temple says, Dog Soldiers is my favourite werewolf movie of all time. It's up there. My favourite's The Howling. It always has been. Love The Howling. So he's scared, his little whatever he's called. But she tells him they don't celebrate it because it's all a load of rubbish. So go to sleep, basically. There you go. She leaves his nightlight on. There we go. So he's there being scared with his circus animals and stuff. Right. Here they are. This is Frank and his mates. They've got lost. The sat-nav's telling them to go the wrong way. As sat-navs are wont to do. So they turn round in there, it's very foamy snow, isn't it? Lisa's writing her poems. Oh, this is where she's going to phone Sophie. So they're having a nice chat on the phone. Oh, because she says, has he arrived yet? And obviously Lisa's thinking about Frank. And she says, oh, what? Who? And she says, St. Nicholas. And says, oh, no, he hasn't. Because these are supposedly friends, but they've both been seeing the same lad, Frank. But she's writing a poem for her dad. And she says, what rhymes with prostate? And then later on, she says, what rhymes with luck? Anyway, this young chap, I don't know his name. I think he hears footsteps on the roof. He's wondering what's going on. And that'd scare me for a start. I hate clowns. Anyway, he goes and looks out the window and he sees something across the street. Around this area here, we see something. We see a movement. You ready? In a minute. Might be the next bit. No, never mind. See, you've gone past it now. There it is. He sees something. One of the, St. Nicholas's Black Peters, but he doesn't see it again. So then he does that. Draws a face on the window. But then one of the Black Peters appears. It's going to scare him. Jump scare. Ah! Then she hears him. So she goes running up. I think the fire goes out now. Is this the time when the fire goes out? Or is that later? Oh, there you go. It says, what rhymes with luck? This point's for my mum. Then the fire goes out. So she says, oh, crikey, what's happening there? And then she gets dragged up the chimney. She is screaming. That's it. Oh, she's on the phone and she is screaming and commotion on the phone. So she goes running over. Her friend lives just over the road. So she goes running out to help Sophie. There she is. Careful you don't slip on this foamy snow. And she goes in and don't know what's happened to the kid. I don't think it shows us what's happened to the kid. They've just taken him, I presume. Yeah, Joshua Knapke's here. Apologies for the tardy. Busy day at work. Well, got to earn those pennies somehow. Yes, we'll start over. We'll start again. Put the film back to the beginning. You haven't missed anything. We're just getting ready for St. Nicholas arriving and basically murdering everybody. That's what's happening. Right, where were we? Oh my, she arrives in the lovely houses. Obviously, because it's the Netherlands, they've got tulips in December. Are they an all year round flower? There must be. They've got tulips in Amsterdam. So she checked upstairs. The little lad is nowhere to be seen. Telly's going, shh. Telly's don't really do that now, though, do they? She sees the fireplace. She hasn't checked the lad yet. I don't think we see what's happened to him. But that's the phone on the floor, Sophie's phone. So she goes and picks it up. And then we see what's happened to Sophie. Oh, for God's sake. There she is. She's being got. They're taking her eyes. I don't know. They've done something to her. She doesn't look well anyway. So she goes running back home. Don't know what they did with the kid. I'm guessing they just took the kid. Because we heard him scream. Still lost. His Frank and his mates. But his friend, that's Frank, by the way. I don't know the names of his friends. In blackface. Cancel them. Yes, you're just in time for the murder. Or the death. Glad we have the council of Josh's altogether now. Yes, now we can start properly. I bet Sci-Fi Quest, we've got to change Sci-Fi Quest's name to Josh now, because everybody's called Josh. Except for me! But my surname begins with J-O, so is that near enough? Anyway. So they're still lost, but one of them has to go, he says, I have to go for a pee. So he goes for a wee. And then I think the car cuts out, because of the electric stuff. When Sinterklaas and all his gang arrive, he hears a noise. Yes, he looks and he sees St. Nicholas arriving. By the way, apologies for the quality of this video. I couldn't find a good quality copy. You know what I mean. But anyway, so here he's on his horse. And he says, hello, colleague. And then we don't hear anything more from him. I think the car cuts out, and then this lad's phone, he's trying to do something on the phone. I think he's watching porn. It looks like it. His phone cuts out. So he sticks his head out, and calling his friend, come on, shake it off, and come on. Yes, it's the Justice League. Where are we? Sorry, I'm got to catch up on these. Based on the fate of kids earlier, I shan't hold out much hope. No, they've got him. But it didn't show us, unfortunately. I wonder if there's a different cut. I wonder if they did show him. Because he was kind of nice little kid, wasn't he? Didn't seem naughty. So maybe they just didn't show him. Maybe he's fine. Maybe they just left him. I don't know. But anyway. Right. Where were we? Right, so he's gonna die. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? He's calling his friend and he gets a knife through his back of his head. Cool. He disappears out the car, gets pulled out the car, and then thrown onto the bonnet of the car. So Frank jumps out. What's going on? Let me see. His face is all mangled. The Black Peters arrive. Not the Blue Peters, the Black Peters. So they all start fighting him, and he's hitting them with his stick. He kills. Well, it seems to. I don't know if he can kill them, but because you can like chop them up, and they seem to bleed and that. So I don't know. I don't know what they are, to be honest. They're like zombies, I suppose. But he gets in the car and drives off, and he's squashing them and running them over and all this stuff. Apologies for the quality. Hang on, I've missed a bit. There you go. Runs one over. And there's one at the side of the car, so he just drags him against the wall like that. There we go. Anyway, I should use the one that's on Amazon Prime, shouldn't I? I should use that. Hang on, I'll look into it and see if it works, because that's better quality. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. We'll use that. If it'll let me, because you never know, it might not. Where the hell's my link for Amazon? Yeah, we'll try it and see what happens, Prime Video. I'm pressing wrong buttons. There we go. Come on, Frame. That's Yorkshire, by the way, for hurry up. Frame. Oh, are we going? Are we still going? Oh, both my screens went blank then. Are we still going? Are we? Can you hear me? Peters Assemble. Yes. Oh, hang on. That's gone off now. Look. Right, so let me get rid of that. Hey, unbelievable. Something's gone awry with my computer. Hey. Oh, was it choppy for a bit? Yes, on my screen went blank for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm trying to do this. Anyway, let's see what happens. We'll try it. We'll try it and see what happens. See if it works. Shush. Is there a mute button? Oh, where's the volume control? There we go. There. Right, where are we up to? Where are we up to? See, trouble is though with this, it shows all the gubbins on the screen, as you'll see. Look, it shows all that. Oh no, it's gone off now. It's gone off now. Right, fair enough. So we'll try that. Right, we'll try this version. This is from Amazon, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, right. Josh Temple says, I think he murders the bad ones, takes the others to make toys. So not elves, but children. Child labour Santa knows how to keep prices down. Yes, that could be very true and sensible, in my opinion. Just what's the premise with these Black Peters? Well, as I said you want to hear at the beginning, so I will recap. The Black Peters, as I said, it's kind of controversial now in the Netherlands and elsewhere, I suppose. Originally, there were two explanations for what these Black Peters were. St. Nicholas's, soldiers. One tradition says that there were Moors from North Africa, because what they say, I think it stems back to the war with Spain that they had, because Spain were a Moorish country, wasn't it, back in the day, and it stems back to that. So they used Moorish soldiers from North Africa and did Spain, and they used to. The tradition is that they take naughty kids back to Spain, and that's well, that stems from. Also, another tradition was that they had black faces because of the soot from going down the chimneys. But as I said, it's a bit controversial now, so that I don't think as much this black facing goes on as it did then. Anyway, love struck frozen to a lamppost. Yes. Anyway, right. So let's see what happens. So let's see if that disappears. Right. See if I can see if it skips if I just do this. Right. So I don't know if it's going to. It could all go wrong. Oh yes, it does, but it gives us all that. We'll just have to put up with it, won't we? So it's not that much better, is it? To be completely honest, but never mind. He's got to escape from the Black Peters, so he's running them over, and one of them he chops in half. Are we going to see that? No. Getting on my nerves is that. I'm going to go back to the original video. Sorry, it's getting on my nerves. Right, so we'll get rid of that. Fire up the video again. What's happening here? What are you doing? My computer's having problems for some bizarre reason. Right, are you going to work? Right, let's give it a go. Right, we're off again. Oh, it's remembered where I was. It's remembered where I was. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. We're getting there. We're nearly back up and running again. Oh dear. Right, we're off again. It cuts one of them in half. I want you to see. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button again. God. Anyway, so he's going to cut one in half. See, that one puts a spear through. And so he sets off and then cuts that fella in half. Cool. Very soft skinned, aren't they? But and then he backs one into a electricity box, so he ends up dying. And then another one, he just runs him over. I think. There we go. Runs him over. And then that one. This is the one he rolls across the wall or whatever. I think. Anyway, whatever. Right. So, but he ends up stopping where the police are. The police are here. They arrive. They've heard a commotion. They must have heard a commotion. Yes, maybe it was a harpoon. Yes. So basically, they arrest Frank. They think he's murdered all these people. So there we go. Oh, because they see this a severed arm. I presume this is the severed arm of one of his friends on the back of the car. So here they are. They're interrogating him. And they've asked him what they looked like, these Black Peters. And he says, one of them resembled Rudd Hullet. Doesn't say that in the English dub. He says one of them looked like 50 Cent. He might even say 50 Cent. And the other looked like Will Smith. That's what he says in the English dub. But in Dutch, he says resembled Rudd Hullet, who was a Dutch footballer with dreadlocks, super famous. And the other look like Ali B. I don't know who Ali B is. It's probably a rapper. I don't know. But saying, you're in serious trouble, boy, and all that. They go, you were dressed up as St. Nicholas, your friends were Black Peters, blah, blah, blah. And he's telling them, they've all got murdered by all these others. But they still think he did it. And they think he's been and murdered Sophie. And I don't know. I still don't think we know what happened to her little brother. But anyway, so she obviously went home and phoned the police. Is a few places higher than Ali G. Yes. Is it because he's black? That's Ali G, isn't it? Anyway. So obviously Lisa phoned the police, when she found a friend dead, and so they've gone and so is suspect for that as well. So we're learning that they broke up, Frank and Sophie, so that gives them a motive for him to murder her and all these other people as well. Anyway, so Lisa goes home. I'm saying she's called Lisa. I think she is. I don't actually know. I can't really remember. And so they're going home. So they're trying to get him to confess, but obviously he's not going to because he didn't do anything wrong. Meanwhile, the boss arrives, and so he's telling him, they don't know what's happened and all that. the suspect's Frank, and but they've got other people saying that they've seen somebody as St. Nicholas on a grey horse, and he's not confessed, and so obviously he knows the scar, but maybe the other policeman doesn't. So anyway, so send Van Dyke. So we're going to meet Van Dyke now. He comes in a minute. Here he comes. He's like the big, heavy policeman. He's got a really deep voice. Are you ready? I'll unmute it. So we'll play Van Dyke's voice. And in the English dub, they give him a deep voice as well, but it wasn't the same. But you ready? Oh, what's happened there? What's happened there? Me audio's gone doolally. Maybe you can't hear it now. I don't know. It's playing out of the wrong speaker, I think. Is it? Maybe not. I don't know. It sounds weird. My audio sounds weird for some reason. Could you hear that? Never mind. Never mind. Is Van Dyke there? Van Helsing? No, he's just their big, heavy policeman who gets the job done. He's actually a good guy. Rappers inspired by alphabetic spaghetti. Well, obviously so, yes. Shut up, stop talking. Stop talking in Dutch. Anyway, so he's sending out Van Dyke to find Gert and stop what's going on. There he goes, looking at kinder. I don't know what that means. Something with children, probably. Children, something or other. I've no idea because it doesn't tell us. I don't think it tells us. No, it doesn't. It doesn't tell us what that means. But then it's something to do with children, obviously, because we cut to a children's hospital, a children's ward at a hospital. And this nurse is going checking. There you go. That must mean children's ward in Dutch. She's checking on the kids. They're all little angels, fast asleep on Sinterklaas Eve. But she goes out, and then she's got a present off one of her workmates. But then, somebody's looking. That's obviously one of the Black Peters. And they've gone. And she goes out in a minute. The lights have gone out. There you go. Power's being cut. I'm going to send somebody to sort it. There you go. She sees some burnt stuff on the floor. There you go. Then she meets this fella, whoever he is. So I think he's some sort of manager, maybe, or security guard. I don't know, but they're gonna die. There you go. They're all gonna die. They're following the sooty footprints. So he goes round. We don't know what's happened to him. We presume he's dead because his flashlight comes rolling round the corner. So he's being got. And then she gets got. Look, we're gonna see blood. We're gonna see. Oh, wonder what happened there. She did the splits in midair. Meanwhile, Joshua Kanapke says, Kindertussen is children's homes or some such. I think it means children's ward. Probably. Because it's a ward, isn't it? Right, so here he comes. Come riding in on his horse, I think. Here he is. Did he use the elevator or go up the stairs? I don't know. Maybe it's on the ground floor. I don't know. So he's arrived. He's going to take all those kids, and all those kids die. Spoilers, by the end of the film, we learn 35 kids in that hospital die. Or at least are taken. Anyway. Kinderhouse equals children's nursery. See? Learning things. I'm not against coal for Christmas. May need to use it to heat the house with gas prices nowadays. Exactly. As usual, I'm freezing cold, which I've got this on, because my cat is, she's still there. She's hogging the gas fire. Sat up, line, sprawled out, full length on top of the gas fire. So I can't put it up higher. It's got to be on low, so it's just nice and warm for her. Unbelievable. Right, where were we? Oh, there we go. They're taking Frank away from the police station to well, there we go. Somewhere out. a prison or something, detention centre or whatever. That's what they're going to do. They're moving him from the police station. This is Van Dyke. He's checking Gert's house. This is where he finds all his stuff, all Gert's research on St. Nicholas. All that. That's Gert's family, remember, that got murdered in 1968. But they don't find him. Because remember, he's out. He's out and about doing stuff, is Gert. So he's there we go. He's looking at the map, so it'll follow the map to find Gert. Right away. Oh, we're in the police car now, and we're learning. The policemen are talking about this one's always eating, and they're talking about marzipan and cakes and stuff. Anyway, and then the other radio, they're chasing the suspect who's on a grey horse, whoever somebody is, and it's near them. And here we go. It's where they look up and they see him. He's riding across the rooftops. Look, he's St. Nicholas. There he goes. So they're in hot pursuit now. There we go. And he's leaping across because it's cool, and then knocking Chimblies down. Which nearly it's that car. Actually, does it that car? But they stop, and there you go. They see him on the rooftop. So he's riding away. Look, wee. And then what happens then? Yes, start shooting at him. Missing, obviously. There he goes, riding across the rooftops. Goes crashing through a nightlight. It's a tough horse, is that? They look surprised, don't they? But he gets up. They're fine because he's super. Let's carry on talking. Look. And their nibbles. I thought we were going to celebrate St. Nicholas. Unbelievable. So anyway, he carries on. So where is he? Where did he go? He can't have gone far. And then I think his horse lands on the roof. There we go. It does. That big rubber horse lands on the roof of the police car. Don't know where St. Nicholas is, but anyway. But then we learn that the ones at the front are dead and dying, so he's got his gun out. I think we hear him going, but he's on his last legs. Frank's fine, he gets out. He's handcuffed. The horse just gets off the roof. There we go, comes round. Then St. Nicholas arrives. Is it going to show him? There's St. Nicholas. Here he is. Look, St. Nicholas arrives round the corner, gets on his horse. But Frank grabs the gun from the policeman and starts shooting. He's hitting him. Look, he's hitting him, shooting St. Nicholas. Shoots his. Look, he's got an inverted cross because that just to show his evil. And there we go. Oh, and he shoots him in the face as well. But then he's run out of bullets. But then Gert arrives with a flamethrower. What's this? Oh, it's a table in the background. I thought it would stuck to his back. It's a table in the background, isn't it? Because remember, he's afraid of fire because he burned to death, didn't he? So a flamethrower will see him off. There we go. By the way, I forgot he threw Frank, used his crook thing and threw Frank across the road. So Frank is kind of knocked out. There you go. So he passes out as he sees Gert flamethrowering St. Nicholas. Then he wakes up. He's on a boat going down one of the canals with Gert, and Gert's taking his handcuffs off. And then we can see there, Gert's always holding that. He's got injured because I think he got stabbed by St. Nicholas. Because every copper has a flamethrower, and so they should. He buys stuff from China, it turns out. except Paul asked to be crucified upside down because he wasn't willing to suffer the same punishment as Christ. Upside down crosses drive me nuts. Well, it's the devil. In horror films, anyway. Is that true? I don't know. Like I said, I'm more of an Old Testament person myself, but anyway. By the way, the latest Y-Files is very interesting. It's about the flood and Noah and all that, and Enoch and all that stuff. It's a really good episode this week of the Y-Files. Give it a watch. Hecklefish and all that. Anyway, so he's out looking for St. Nicholas's ship, remember, his schooner. But first he's dropping off Frank. He tells him to go home. Oh no, he tells him to stay in crowded places. There you go, and he'll be safe. But they pulled. But he says, he's not going to go. He's Frank. I don't want to go. My friends have been murdered and all that. I want to help. But Gert pulls his gun on him, and so that's what he's got his hands up for. But then Gert can't start the engine on the boat. And remember, Frank's good with engines. There you go. He can't start it. So Frank helps. He says on one condition, so he's going with him. This is where Gert's telling him about his whole family being murdered by St. Nicholas and his gang when he were a kid. And so they didn't believe him. And then, as I said earlier on, a tramp / hobo confessed to the crime. And then a week later, committed suicide. At least that's the official story, he says. But it's a cover-up. Meanwhile, Josh Temple wants a flamethrower, obviously. I'm surprised you haven't got one, mate. I am. That has surprised me. And yes, he's going to need a bigger boat. Definitely going to need a bigger boat. It was good, almost as good as this stream, but not quite as good. Oh dear. Anyway, oh God, I'm getting a numb bum. Let me have a drink, by the way. I really like my Christmas tree. Look, very Christmassy. You see it? Has my camera moved again? I think it has a little bit, hasn't it? Oh dear. Then. Where were we? Winggrace says you can make some napalm fairly easily. How would you know that, mate? How would you know that? Right, where were we? Right, they're going to. There we go. He won't rest until he's turned Amsterdam into a bloodbath, and he pretty much does. We learn the body count by the end of the film. Obviously, we don't see everybody that gets killed, but we learn it's quite a high figure for one night. Anyway, so off they go. Right, the police, the forensics have arrived at the remains of the police car. There you go. Telling the press there's nothing to be worried about. It's all unconnected with the other stuff that's going on. Remember, this is this isn't a regular thing. It doesn't happen every 5th of December. It's just because there's a full moon, and obviously there's not a full moon on every 5th of December. That's why all this mayhem's going on. Right. So, he's the chief inspector. Right. So, wanting to know what excuses for it. Ice accretion from a plane, a comet. Anyway, eyewitnesses are saying that there were a horse and all that running across the rooftops and all that stuff. Half the city has seen St. Nicholas on the roof. How are they going to cover it up? But they do, obviously. So they've got to find Gert. There we go. So they've got to find him. Right. So we cut back to Gert. But Gert's looking for his ship. So he knows where it's going to be. I don't know how, but he does. So he's learning all about St. Nicholas being a murderous renegade bishop. Blah blah blah. But anyway, so his plan is going to find the ship because he's going to use the ship to go take the murdered and kidnapped kids and stuff to Spain. And there you go. He's going to say he's going to blow up his boat so he can't get away. There you go. At midnight, everyone will be on board. But how do you kill what's already dead? I don't know. But anyway, that's his plan. Off he goes. Meanwhile, this is Lisa. I think this is Frank. Yeah, Frank's phoned her. And oh no, she's Natasha. Oh no, she's saying it's Natasha on the phone. That's it. That's all she's saying. Right, so she's going to go and help. I don't think she does. She doesn't get there. I don't think. Right, so they're going. They go. He sails an old schooner, so they're going to go where they thinks his boat is, his ship. I mean, the fog's descending. Oh, and they find one of the bodies from that boat that were sunk. Oh, there we go. Hang on, let's go back a bit. And he's still alive. There he is, and there we go. He's still alive. But just as they're about to grab him and pull him to safety, the police arrive. The other police, and just as they say, there's someone in the water. Just as they say that, hang on, where are we? There you go. He sinks below the water. So I presume he's dead. Anyway, so they arrest him. The sea's got all this explosives, barrels of explosives on his boat. So I think he's a terrorist. Can I say that? You never know, do you? These days with YouTube, so they're under arrest. And you go there, boat's full of explosives. But obviously, the bad guys are going to arrive now. And luckily for the goodies, there they go, sailing off into the fog. There you go. They're going to this part of the canal that they're not supposed to go into. That's where this ship's going to be, I think. That's because he said he'd looked at old maps, didn't he? Did Gert, so he knows where St. Nicholas is going to moor his ship. There you go, the old harbour. So they're going down there to see what's going on. And but they're going to get got. Here we go. Mayhem's going to ensue. Black Peters are going to arrive. There we go. They see the ship there. Look. Is it the I forgot what they call it now? Flying Dutchman. That's what I'm going to say. Right. So there they are, checking it out. And the bad guys arrive. You can't say terrorist on YouTube, but you can get nude on Twitch. Thanks, 2023. Pretty much. I don't know if you can actually get nude, but you can get near enough, can't you? I think you've got to cover up certain bits. I'll have to try some tassels. Oh dear. Greek fire for the win. It's like in Game of Thrones. Anyway. Right, here they come, look. Here we go. The Black Peters come. See, they're shooting them. There we go. Arms getting lopped off. Yeah, that's what we want to see. See, so you can shoot them and stuff. You can hurt them. So they're like zombies more than ghosts, I suppose, aren't they? The new rules say you can be topless. Yeah, but I thought I saw somebody say that, you have to like cover up bits. You've got to like cover up, the ends. I know what I mean. I think bottoms are still required. I should hope so. Oh dear. Yes, I think you have to cover up certain parts of the boobies. Anyway, a bit of black tape of a sort of thing. I think that's what it is. I think, but I could be wrong. Anyway, getting shot so they can break dance on a boat. Yes, they were giving it all that. Anyway, so he's where were we? There you go. So he's shooting away. He's got a knife through the neck. Yummy. oh no, Frank's getting attacked. But luckily, he's going to shoot him. Oh, I see. He fires a flare into his mouth and his head blows up. Yay! Cool. Like seeing thingamabobs. Can't show nipples, lol. See, I didn't even want to say the word. No, I did. Right. Anyway, so obviously the boat's still chugging along, and but nobody at the helm, so it crashes into the dock, and Gert's little boat, full of the explosives. Remember, that hits the shore as well. Anyway, all the police are being killed, so they've got to get out. I think Van Dyke's on his way with a SWAT team. So they arrive in a minute. There you go. He's got his detonator that he's going to fasten to his explosives. He asks Frank to set up the detonator, connect the wires. He's saying the red wire goes in the red hole and the blue wire goes in the blue hole. And Frank says, "This isn't from China, is it?" And he says, "No, it's from Taiwan. The explosives are from China." So maybe that's where they got his flamethrower from as well. Anyway, so that's what he's going to do. He's going to drive his boat into St. Nicholas's ship. And there you go, he's telling him that. There you go, it's not made in China, is it? No, it's Taiwan. The explosives are from China. So it's connected the wires. And Gert were going to drive the boat himself. You know, and he says, "You haven't got enough time to get away." And he says, "I'm not planning on it." But then Gert passes out from his injury. And also, it's leaking fuel, so it probably wouldn't make it anyway. But there you go. Gert's passed out. So he puts all this other stuff in the boat. There we go, this fuel and all that. And I think he just sets it off. Off it goes. There we go. In a minute. There we go. Put some flares in. But the SWAT team's arrived. Has he sent the boat going? Oh, no, it's there behind him, isn't it? He hasn't done it yet. See, the bomb is about to explode. They're looking through their night vision, the predator vision. And they're seeing the Black Peters taking their sacks of children. Who were cold children, apparently. But anyway, onto the ship. Another SWAT team without extra mags. I don't know. By the way, this is available on Tubi here in the States. Cool. Give it a watch. It's fun. It's a fun film. It's a fun film. Say that. Oh, hang on, I've gone too far. No. Yeah, bloody missed it now. Never mind. That shot of the watching them going on in Predator Vision kind of reminded me of that film. Was it Ghost Ship? That one that everyone just remembers the beginning where everybody gets cut in half, and the rest of the film's not that good. But I think there's a scene a bit like that in Ghost Ship, isn't there? I think, if I'm remembering rightly. Probably not. Anyway. Oh, there we go. That bit. Then he gets run through with a sword, which is cool. So all the Black Peters arrive. They take down the SWAT team. Frank and Gert hide under this boat while all the mayhem ensues. Oh, there we go. And the St. Nicholas takes this fella out with his staff. Bit of a looker, isn't he? There, Frank's hiding. Look. Yay! Decapitation! As Brandon Tenold says. Good channel, look him up. Right. Ahead. Yes, that's what happens when you bring a gun to a sword fight. The Untouchables. See, I know that. I understood that reference. Oh, hang on, where's my thing? Where is it? Where have I put it?
I understood that reference.
Hey. My audio's playing through my TV speakers for some reason. I don't know why. Never mind. Anyway, Windgrace takes both specs, both guns and swords, because it's anime, innit? I bet Windgrace is into anime. They always have guns and swords going together, don't they? Anyway. Right, so St. Nicholas. Hang on, I've missed a bit. What you meowing at? Eh? Behave yourself, princess. There you go. It fires a flare at St. Nicholas. There you go. He throws it at the boat. Look, oh, good. That's how we got the boat going. I've just watched this not like an hour ago. I've forgotten already. I'm hopeless. Turns it into a jet boat. Speed it up, look. Unbelievable. And luckily, it heads straight into St. Nicholas's ship. There we go. We see it blow up, and we presume it's blowing up St. Nicholas's ship. I think it's supposed to be doing that anyway, because it doesn't look happy, does he? Sanfakwa says, prefer a shotgun axe with dragon's breath cartridges myself. No. I bet that's an anime thing, isn't it? Bet it is. Or like Devil May Cry or something. I don't know. I'm an old fogey. So they all beat a retreat for some reason because of that explosion. Because I presume his ship's burnt now. So I don't know where he's going to go now. So they all run away. They've defeated him. They haven't killed him or whatever. They've defeated him. He has retreated as St. Nicholas and the Black Peters. What's it? He's looking at. There you go. He's looking and behave yourself, you. You're being naughty, you. Princess scratching. It's looking through the night vision stuff. You can't see the ship anymore, so I presume it's burned to the ground. But you'd think, in the predator vision, we'd see it'd be all lit up, wouldn't it, if it were burning? Maybe it's just blown up into smithereens. I don't know. And then Gert's asking, have we beaten him? He says, yes, we have. And then he dies happy. There we go. Did we get him? And, yes, we got him. Except they didn't. He just retreated, didn't he? Still around. And then Van Dyke arrives with more SWAT guys. And Wingris has a shotgun that you pump with a baseball bat. So it doubles as a cross. Oh, God, what was that in? No, that as well. I can't think what I've seen. Oh, it was in Thingamabob, wasn't it? Do for what's it? From Dusk Till Dawn, wasn't it? From Dusk Till Dawn, that, yes, it was. And the Super Soaker with Holy Water, yes, From Dusk Till Dawn. Cool film. Well, mostly. That's why YouTubers shouldn't have cats. I have 3 myself. Yes, they're a pain. They always start when you're doing a stream. They do. So you can lie there for hours and hours and hours when I'm just twiddling my thumbs doing nothing. But as soon as I start doing a stream, it's probably because she can hear my voice, I suppose, and she thinks I'm ignoring her. She starts. Oh, yeah. Look, she wants to go out. Just bear with me. Just look at that picture for 2 minutes. Come on, you. What do you want to do? Do you want to go out? Come on. Yeah, I'm back. She's gone out. She's gone out to play. Right, where were we? There you go. Getting in his deep voice, getting presents can be fun, but you always end up with crap you don't need. That's not very Dutch, was it? But never mind. Right, next day, presumably. This is the chief inspector. Has he got a name? Have a look. Does it say? No, not that I can see. Not that I can see. He's in a meeting with the mayor. That's the mayor of Amsterdam. There we go. He's asking how many. There you go. How many have died? About 300. He says that's more than 42 years ago. It's 1968. So obviously this Happens every time there's a full moon on December 5th. So they've got to find a way to get that number down, or that we learn. There you go, make it an acceptable number. So I'll do my best. So it's kind of a little bit like, say, Troll Hunter, where the government knows all about it and they've got to make excuses for it. So every time you see some big disaster, I think this a lot actually because I'm mental. So it's some big disaster or like, a plane crash or a bus crash or something. It's really the government just hiding something else, something supernatural that happened. And they're just hiding it on the news in a more mundane accident. But anyway, there you go. The city learned to live with this centuries ago, and one day it'll end, but not today. And this way, we're on the news now. There you go. A bus carrying school children crashed into the canal. This is how they're explaining all these people dying in one night. Fire at the children's ward kills 35 kids. Due to the heat of the fire, to identify casualties being possible. And then they start blame Gert Hoekstra for going on a murderous rampage. They call him a serial killer and all that. So he's getting the blame for it, because he's dead. And then on the news, it's saying St. Nicholas celebrations went smoothly, and they just show photos of people falling over and stuff like that. It's all fun and games, even though 300 people are dead. Anyway, Frank's alive. He's in hospital. Van Dyke comes to see him, and he tells him, not to speak of it and all that. And he's lucky to be alive, but his friends weren't so lucky and all that. He's got his report to write, and it talks about Gert kidnapped him, but then Frank says Gert was the hero. He was the one trying to do something, and it's not cool. Not cool blaming Gert. No, it isn't. He says he's the only one that tried to do something. So Van Dyke says, eventually Van Dyke says he'll do his best. He'll try and clear Gert's name. So anyway. There you go. I'll try and clean Gert's resume up a bit. So hopefully they're gonna, change the story, but we'll see. I bet they don't. He'll write a bestseller when he's old. Wish I could. Anyway, so basically, he's saying don't say anything and you'll be all right. It gives him a check. He's got a check off the mayor. As we'll see, there we go. For you, on behalf of the mayor, for 50,000 euros. And then there you go. Then he says he knows a good clinic in Switzerland specialising in neurosurgery for his mother. Remember, his mother's in a wheelchair, so they're going to sort his mother out as well. So that's a kind of a happy ending for Frank and his mother. Got 50,000, and they're going to sort his mother out. There we go, 50,000 euros. And they got the date right. Look, December 2010. Cool. Oh, excuse me. Oh, crikey. Wish I had 50,000 euros. So he has a little smile. And then he gets attacked by a Black Peter. Oh, no. But obviously it's a dream. And then it turns into Lisa. He wakes up and it's Lisa's there with him. And everything's lovely. And they're all proud of him now. There we go. Because they think he's a hero, etc. But the check bounces. Good, though. It's a government check. Oh, dear. But there we go. She's a hero. So she's going to give him his present. Are you ready? Oh, wow. They're saying it'll happen again in another 23 years. That's when there's going to be another full moon on December 5th. So they've got time, haven't they? A bit like Jeepers Creepers, isn't it? That was every 23 years. Obviously, it varies. Joshua says it won't bounce. They'll just put a stop pay on it as soon as they leave town. Anyway, there you go. I bought you a present, and then she's going to show him a present. Guess what? Present's going to be. See, she's supposed to be this lily white, lovely girl. But look, she's cheeky. See, he's happy. You don't see out, you're fine. Don't worry, YouTube. Everything's okay. So they're gonna get down to it. I want to go to a Dutch hospital now if this happens all the time. I would love that. But then we pan over to the window and we see that building in Amsterdam. It's some sort of church, I suppose. I don't know. Yes, she's starting on her OnlyFans or going to Twitch. Hey. See, we go up to this tower, and then we see he's there. Look, is St. Nicholas. He's looking, and he's gonna look straight at us now to scare us as one last thing. Ding! And that's the end of the film. So there you go. That's how it ends. It's fun. I like it. There you go. It's the end. Nothing happens at the end. There we go. We'll stay on him just to scare you. Or shall we just look at Lisa? There we go. Never mind. We'll go to the scenery. There we go. So that's it. That's the end of Sint, aka Saint. It's fun. It's a good film, and I watch it every Christmas. I do, even though it's technically a December 5th film, 3 weeks before Christmas, near enough. But it's hang on, where are we? The Prez is a positive clear blue. The Prez. Don't know. See, that's gone over my head. The present's a positive. Oh, yes, I get that. Yes. Twigged, I think. If you know what I'm on about. Effects remind me of Dead Snow's Nights on. Yes, it is a bit, isn't it? I don't know if it's connected because this is the Netherlands and what Dead Snow, Finnish, Norwegian. It were up there, Scandinavian, wasn't it? I think. Well, Dead Snow. Was it Icelandic? I can't remember actually now. But him that did Dead Snow's done a recent film, hasn't he? And I can't remember what it was now. What was it? Oh. So I was looking at it, and that was a familiar theme to this film, and I can't remember what it was now. Never mind. I'm gonna have to look it up now because you got me wondering. Right, look up Dead Snow. We're live. I don't care. Dead Snow. Oh dear. Right, who was it directed by? Tommy Wirkola. Yes. Come on, where are you? He did Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. There's another one. Hang on, is it one that's coming out? Maybe it's an upcoming one. No, it isn't. Well, I've seen him. I've seen something. Hang on, no, it's not there. See, that's got me wondering now. I thought I'd seen a film or a TV show or something that the fellow that did Dead Snow has done. I can't remember what it was. Never mind. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I dreamt it. You never know. Oh, that's on. Right. Oh no, that's no. Never mind. No, never mind. Whatever. Right. Whatever. Rusky zombies joined the battle. Yes. In 23 years. They do a third Dead Snow. 2 was Red versus Dead. Good. I can't remember if I saw a second one. I saw a first one. It were all right. There were effects. Yes, there were effects. Well, makeup effects. And a bit of CG. Anyway, it's a good film. I like it. Like I say, if you're in America, you can watch it on Tubi, apparently. So there we go. Give it a whirl. It's on Amazon in the UK. You can rent it or buy it. It's not on Prime, I don't think. I could be wrong. But I bought it because I like it. I've got it on DVD somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So there we go. So we'll leave it there. That's the end of I nearly said Dead Snow then. Sint, aka Saint. So we will leave it there for this week. A short show, yay! Maybe think of the guy who made Dead Set. Don't know. Great stream, pal. See you again soon. Yeah, cool. I'm back on Monday. Well, I'm back on Sunday with my news, and then I'm back on Monday when we're doing Batman Returns. Yes, I've seen this Dead Snow fella, that Tommy Wirkola. He did. Oh, I know what it was. I think. It's something to do, I'm sure, but something to do with Renfield. Let me check up Renfield. Right, hang on, just bear with me. Renfield. No, it won't. That was Chris McKay, wasn't it? Oh, right. So I'm wrong again. What have I seen recently? What scary films have I seen recently? I can't think. It's a new one. I'm sure it's a new one. I thought it were Renfield and it ain't. That were Chris McKay. Not one of the producers, is he? Let's have a look. All cast and crew. Producers. Eh, dear. No, he's not in there. I don't bloody know. Never mind. I probably dreamt it. Yes, it could be Violent Night. Yes, it could be that one. Actually, yes, I bet it is. Right, I'm going to check that now. Why didn't that appear on IMDb? Violent Night. Yes, directed by Tommy Wirkola. So why didn't that show up on IMDb then? When I clicked on Tommy Wirkola. Or Wirkola, however you pronounce it. It didn't show in it there. That's weird. That is very strange. Yes, it was Violent Night. If you go to Violent Night on IMDb, I'll show you. Hang on. Right. Just bear with me. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Just bear with me. I'll make myself titchy tiny again. No, not Violent Night. There, Violent Night on IMDb. Tommy Wirkola there, look, director. By the way, it's a good film. I watched it the other day. I know it's been out a while, but I watched it the other day. Really enjoyed it. But you go to Tommy Wirkola, you click Tommy Wirkola link. No Violent Night anyway. Oh, and there's a picture there from Violent Night, isn't there? But there's nothing in the list. Violent Night's not in the list, look. Look, nothing there. Nothing in the upcoming either. No Violent Night. Why does it just say written? Oh, hang on. Director there. Oh, it's the director. Stupid me. There, Violent Night. We're looking at the wrong thing, wasn't I? I'm an idiot. Never mind. Yes, it was Violent Night. Right. That's what I was thinking of. But anyway, Krampus Go to Christmas Day movie. We're doing Krampus, I think, next week, I think. Is it? Hang on, I'll have to check me. Where are we? Where's me list? Because I can't remember. I've got a little list somewhere of my schedule. Yes, next Friday we're doing Krampus on the 22nd of December. Batman Returns on Monday. Double bill of James Bond films on Christmas Day. A Christmas Ghost Story on the 29th. And on New Year's Day night for me, we're doing The Time Machine from 1960. Yes, there's a new one called Silent Night. Yes, with I forgot his name now. That's in For All Mankind and played the RoboCop in the new version. Him. That looks good. Yes, it looks good. Does that? A revenge film, isn't it? Krampus is good. Rare Exports is great. Yes, Rare Exports is fun as well. Although that little kid gets on my nerves a bit. But it is a good film. Yes, I'll probably be watching that at some point. Rare Exports. That's another one I watch every year. And Krampus. Let's say, and Sint. And what else do I watch at Christmas? I always watch my BBC Ghost Stories for Christmas as well. I've watched a couple so far. Stuff like The Signal Man and The Warning to the Curious, Stalls of Barchester. What's the others? The Ash Tree. Trying to remember them off the top of my head. Whistle and They'll Come to You. Although technically that's not a ghost story for Christmas, but it's become one after the fact. What else? What else is there? The new ones, the Metzer Tint, and what's the other new ones? Like Room Number 13, View from a Hill. Some great ones anyway. The BBC Ghost Stories for Christmas. Look them up. They're not on the iPlayer, apart from the new ones, or the new latest one for some reason. Anyway, where are we? Wingris says, I hear Silent Night can be hard for some people. Oh, right. Oh. My Bloody Valentine is a yearly watch for me. You can guess when. Easter. Which one? The original or the remake with, I forgot his name now, from Supernatural, which I really like. I've got it over there on somewhere. Got it on Blu-ray, I think. It's 3D. That's a decent film. Josh Knapp's my go-to non-horrors, Scrooged. I'm not a huge fan of Scrooged. I don't mind it, but I watch traditional Christmas Carol films. Alistair Sim. Oh, pardon me. Muppets. The Hogfather. I've not seen that one. And The Grinch, not Jim Carrey's version. The only Grinch I watch is the cartoon with Boris Karloff. That's the only one. That's the only Grinch I watch. Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg. My brother loves that film. I've seen it once. My brother, I was going on about that. OG, My Bloody Valentine. Like I said, I don't mind the remake. I've seen both, and I think the remake's fine as well. Also like the Jack Frost, which isn't the Michael Keaton one. Yes, and there's two in there. There's two Jack Frost ones. It's what's his name? He's been in Star Trek a lot. He usually plays a baddie in Star Trek. Often an alien. I forgot his name. Is it McDonald or something like that? He's a big fella. Does a lot of Star Trek. It's him in it in Jack Frost. Josh says, I watched Scrooge at least 5 times in December. Crikey, steady on. Bit of Bill Murray overload there. I must admit, though, in Scrooge, I do get a little bit sentimental at the end, and it's all a bit sugary in it, but that's me. Anyway, yes, that one is hilarious. Jack Frost. It's fun. What they got? Scott McDonald. I think it's Scott McDonald, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I remember the name finally. Right, we'll leave it there. Yes, I said it before it appeared. Honest, I did, because I'm reading the chats through StreamYards, and there's a little bit of a delay, so I did say it first. There's never too much Bill Murray from pre-2000. I'm not a huge Bill Murray fan, I must admit. I don't hate him, but I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest. But that's just me. That's just me. Ghostbusters fine, Groundhog Day fine. That's about it, really. Scrooged fine. But other stuff, I'm not really bothered. Usually a 6-second delay. Is it 6? I haven't timed it. But I'll take your word for it, Sci-Fi Quest. Right, I'm going to go now. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Sci-Fi Quest. Thanks, Joshua Kanapke. Thanks, Windgrace. All the Joshes. Josh Temple as well. Had anybody else pop in that I've not noticed? I don't think so. But thanks very much. Oh, hang on. Groundhog Day. There's another multi-times year watch. It's probably, to be honest, I think Groundhog Day is Bill Murray's best film, to be completely honest. But he kind of fell out with Harold Ramis during that, didn't he? I think, in real life. Not a big Life Aquatic fan. I've never seen it. I don't think I've ever seen is it Wes Anderson? I don't think I've ever seen a Wes Anderson film. And I don't know why, but I just never got round to it. Anyway, what was I saying now? I'm going to say something. I can't remember it. I like Bill Murray in Space Jam. Don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I've seen Space Jam, but I can't remember. There's one where he plays like a horrible, not horrible, nasty, but it's always farting and stuff. And I can't remember. Is that I can't remember. Is that Osmosis Jones or something? I can't remember. Can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to say something else and I forgot what it was. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining in the chat. As I always say, you make it, a billion times better than it would be just me droning on. Hang on, just let me check Rumble. Oh, hang on, is Rumble still going? It's gone all blank on Rumble. Make sure we're still going. Oh, yes, we are. Whew. The blank screen on Rumble then. I thought something had gone wrong. No, there's no chats on Rumble. Thought I'd better check. Make sure Twitch is still going as well. Oh, we got an error. Browser encountered an error on Twitch, but we're still going. Hopefully that's fine. Anyway, yeah. Oh, yes, it was Osmosis Jones. Well, right. Yeah. I've not seen it all the way through. My son's seen it, and he always laughs at the bit where he farts and he says, "Was that you?" or something like that. So my son always says that to me. Caddyshack. That's a film I've seen once and, not bothered with since. But going through all the Bill Murray films. What's the other one? The Army one. I can't remember what that was called now. With Dan Aykroyd. They were an Army one, weren't they? Anyway, whatever. Right, I'm going now. Remove that. So, thanks for watching. Don't have nightmares. We'll be back on Sunday with my new stream. Monday with Batman, Magnificent Mondays with Batman Returns. And next Friday, because it's Christmas, Stripes. Yes, that's the one, but we're not doing that. Next Friday, as I said, we're doing Krampus, so get all Christmassy. Aramis. Oh, okay, whatever I said. I've probably seen it once, many moons ago. Anyway, next Friday, we're doing Krampus, so we'll be all Christmassy. I'll have my tree. I might even wear my Santa hat next week. Right, so we'll leave it there. So, thanks for watching. Don't have nightmares. And until next time, I'll say there.